Yes, shiver me timbers. We've got Crystal Cove be coming here starting tomorrow. Late morning, running through the weekend. So all of you independent seafaring entrepreneurs, will get your fix for Talk Like a Pirate Day. Yeah. All right, we're live on YouTube. I see that we are live on Twitch, so we are ready to go. Hello and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. I am DDO Community Manager Cordovan. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give us a follow on twitch.tv/DDO stream or subscribe to us on YouTube. That's youtube.com/Dungeons and Dragons. Archives of the show go up later on in the day, and you can find our full schedule on twitch.tv/DDO stream. We want to hear your chat. Give us your questions. If we can answer them, we will. If we can't, we'll just let you know that. Busy times here in the DDO office. We are getting ready for our first Update 28 preview on Lamania. Could be as soon as later today, could be as late as later this week. We'll let you know specifically when Lamania gets open, but it'll be our first preview, so we'll have a look at the Ranger trees and the new quests, the new adventure pack. That'll be coming with Update 28. We're also planning in the near future to do on Lamania a preview of our new festival coming up called the Night Revels. And that'll be happening pretty soon, perhaps as sometime next week. Well, kind of depends as to some things that have to be done yet, but should be soon. So if you're looking forward to seeing what we got instead of Maybar coming up, that'll be coming in the near future. We also have plans to do a new DDO store preview on Lamania, but the exact time that we're going to do that is still a little up in the air. So I don't really have a more specific time frame for you on that. Later this week, we have got Crystal Cove starting up. That'll start on late Thursday morning and run through the weekend in honor of Talk Like a Pirate Day and just because it's fun. We also have a plus 10% VIP weekend. That'll be kicking off this weekend as well. So not bad if you're a VIP player. You can get 20% VIP XP this weekend. Revels. Revels. The Night Revels. Yeah. However, if you want to see something right now, while you're watching the stream or listening to it or what have you, we do have both the Ranger Deepwood Stalker and the Tempest trees up for preview on the DDO forums. They're going to be undergoing some changes. This is really our first initial pass on the enhancements, but if you want to see what we've got in mind, you can check that out on the DDO forums. Maybe someone in chat will throw a link to it. We are on Orion this week, and we've got a level 16 to 18-ish group, and we're going to start with the Shipwrecked Spy, because I don't believe we've actually ever run that quest on the live stream yet. I was trying to figure out what quests have never been streamed from us here, and I think this is one of them. So I thought we'd give this one a shot. DDO Trojan says a revamped store. Yep, we do. We can tell you more about kind of what exactly is going to be happening there as we get a little bit closer to it. I know the store team has got a post that they're working on that'll provide a FAQ and even include a few screenshots to what it looks like and all that sort of thing. But it's really a streamlined experience, new kind of user interface, some nice new features, and yeah, it's good stuff. So hopefully you'll dig it, and it'll be coming pretty soon. Still a little ways off before it actually hits the live servers, but odds are good that within the next few weeks we'll have a preview of it on Lamania. You know, that is a very good question, Peter823. I used to call it Orion as well. But then people kept on saying Orion, and so I was like, maybe that's right. You know, Keith Baker famously says that pronunciations of Eberron sort of things are whatever you want it to be. So, I don't know, Orion. I don't know. I guess I've lately started going with Orion, and I'm just going to stick to that. Cool. Alright, let's start killing pirates. Battle stations! Prepare to repel boarders. Oop, forgot I'm an assassin. Depends on the dialect. That's interesting. That would make sense. Ah, missed. Yeah, it's House Orion. So, I mean, it's based out of the house there. The Orion, they do a lot of the mail system. And the light... No, actually, they're not mail, right? But they are the lightning rail, which we sadly do not have in the game, but I've always wanted. No Lamania date. It could be as soon as this afternoon. We actually have our QA department after lunch here continuing to take a look at the server. So things could be as soon as within a couple hours from now. We'll have to see. But it depends, depends what QA finds, right? If we're ready to go, then it'll be live later this afternoon. If we need a little bit more work, or maybe need to do another build or something like that, that'll push it off by it generally takes about a day or so to get a new build and get it looked at and all that sort of thing. So we'll find out in the next couple hours here what the status of Lamania is. Oh, really is. Okay. It wouldn't be the first time that I've totally mangled pronunciation of things. Someone is saying that the constellation is actually Orion? 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 I don't know. That one. One that looks like the guy. Somewhere I've got some speed boost. Where's my... There we go. Speak with the captain. We didn't. Yeah, you're right. We on Lamania we did not wipe characters, and the reason for that is our character copy tool is currently non-functional. So rather than make everyone sort of rebuild every other characters in the test dojo, we wanted people to be able to play with the same characters they use for update 28. And then you can still use the test dojo if you want to, but it's one of those things. We're working on it, but we just haven't had really the ability to focus on it yet. Okay, now you guys are confusing me. I really am more confused than ever about how to pronounce Orion. I don't know. So spiky. I'm just gonna say Orion. I suppose it depends. Borax, you're the guild leader of Legends of... Or no, there's a couple of Legends of... however you want to call them. What do you guys say? Ooh. Wow, someone really knows their entomology. Alright, can I manage to do this without falling in the trap? Nope. There we go. Arcane Archer Yamaniras is not going to be debuting with the release of Update 28. It's going to be a little bit later. It just needs a little more work. Jesus, I did it again. Really bad at this. Hey, Cranky. How's it going? I think I need Feather Fall as part of my problem. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the challenge is to see the path. Exactly right. So... So Arcane Archer, the goal is to get it out before Update 29, but after the release of Update 28. So that puts it around the patch, most likely. Assuming we do a patch, which we most likely will, for Update 28. Ooh, nice, got a shard.
Are we doing the cave or just finishing out?
Oh, I was just finishing out. But, yeah. Since we're near it, why don't we do Eye of Titan? Maybe we can get ourselves an Ear Dweller.
Cool.
I don't know. Psycho Mage I asked when Warlock will be going on sale, and I don't have an answer for that. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is pretty new. Maybe the holidays? I guess we'll see. I don't know. Any new items for the revamped Rangers? That's a good question. We're going to be having our loot list, available for preview on Lamania, so may well be. But I don't know. As a matter of fact, you know what? I know that we've got a new quiver coming. So, that counts. Fire the Dragon Leader. I know that, for example, I think we're going... Well, we are going to be preserving the Maybar graveyard area, so the House Jurassico stuff, but the rest will be a completely new event. And like I said, folks will be previewing here fairly soon. Did the remnant drop rate go down? I've been seeing some people say that it has, but no. We have not made any deliberate changes that would lower the remnant drop rate. So it should be no. But you aren't the first person to ask me that. We see nothing that would lead us to believe that there was a deliberate change. I mean, there was no deliberate change, but as far as we can tell, no. So I think it's just anecdotal, but maybe no. Yeah, the Update 27 Adventure Pack will be a while yet, too, before that goes on sale. Friday in Crystal Cove? That's not a bad idea. Maybe I should. Maybe I should do it from Orion, since we seem to have a request to stay there. You know, I mean, it's all anecdotal, right? But I have not really seen less remnants drop myself. It seemed to be acquiring at the same rate that I have been. But again, you know, I've had enough people ask me that I'm going, I wonder if there's a halo effect somewhere that we don't know about. I need to take a look at the loot list. Maybe I'll do that here in just a sec. I look so tiny compared to that Warforged Titan. Let's see. Got a dagger, a tower shield, a robe, repeating crossbow, heavy, orb, trinket, necklace, ring, quiver, docent, throwing dagger, hand wraps, bracers, boots. So probably the most ranger-ish one is going to be that quiver. But you guys will be seeing those items soon enough. Perhaps as soon as today. I don't want to spoil too much. But I can tell you you've got some new set bonuses coming. It's been a little while since we did that. Lower level speed items, you know, the ones that we have are basically all striding, which doesn't affect attack speed. So, yeah, be down for that. That may be deliberate, though. But yes, absolutely. That was really the motivation for the whole quiver thing. Is someone was like, you know what? We really only have those, two named quivers, so now we got another one. It should, I believe, compete pretty well with the Quiver of Alacrity. Which is sort of the, at least as far as I understand, really the one that people are most into. We'll kill the guy first. I mean, remnants are intended to be a long-term acquisition thing. So it's not really meant that you're going to get remnants too quickly. They're deliberately made to be a slow acquisition rate. But I can appreciate your suggestion that you would like us to see them increase that. Alright, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Titan asks, what is the halo effect I'm talking about? I'm not talking about anything known, for example, but the general idea of a halo effect is when you fix one bug and it causes something unrelated to be changed. So, for example, probably the most famous one is the mushrooms are doors situation, where we fixed an issue with the mushrooms that were in the red fens, and all of a sudden people couldn't use the doorways in the game. And that's a great example because it shows just how sometimes halo effects can be really unusual and hard to catch, um, just because they're unrelated. Although they are clearly related in code, right? But all right, let's do finding the path here. DDO Central asks, how does the portable hole feature into Update 28? You will find out very soon. Yep. Guys want to do Finding the Path? Can you do Finding the Path?
Is that, I forget, is that on the aisle, or is that...
Nope, that's the one that's just right here. Let me see if I can share it. There we go.
Thank you.
Epic Hard does have a much lower drop rate of mysterious remnants. So for example, if you were running things on elite throughout the heroic levels and then scaled that back to hard, epic hard, in the epic levels, you will see a much lower drop rate of mysterious remnants. And that's not really because it's epic, that's because you're running it on hard instead of elite. It's an interesting idea about an exchange peddler so you can turn in some collectibles for a small amount of remnants. I can let people, you know, it's a good suggestion. But I think, like I say, I've said this several times before, but we're pretty okay with the current drop rate of mysterious remnants. Although, you know,
yeah,
like I said, I've lately been hearing some of those same concerns that seems like they've gone down a bit. So. DDO Trojan asks, are the ranged feats getting ranged power like the weapon focus and two-weapon fighting, two-handed fighting is?
Thank you.
I don't believe so. Ranged power is going to be coming in the new Ranger enhancement trees, or the revamped ones. So you will be seeing some increase in range power from that. But the ranged feats, you know, improved precise shot, precision, things like that, bow strength, pretty powerful as they are. As far as I know, I don't believe that we have touched any of the feats for update 28 in regards to increasing range power. I don't know if our designers have any interest in doing that in the future, but I can tell you for update 28 that has not been adjusted. Guess we should have done hard. I just knew some of us were level 16. It's a level 19 quest, but I guess normal is just too easy for us. We're uber elite. No, we're not uber elite. I'm not. One of the issues we have with that idea of a common currency and then using that to buy other items is, as you state, you know, you've got 5,000 of some. Well, you know, some people have way more than that, right? So, gotta be careful about those exchange rates, because some things are easier to get than others. It's an interesting idea, though. You're right, prayer beads. There are a lot of prayer beads out there. Collectibles for remnants. See, I mean, one of the issues with that would be that we did have that period where people were duplicating those things like mad, so... Thanks to that, it might not be possible for us to do that for a remnant trade. But yes, we absolutely should find something to do with those prayer beads. Turn them in for something or other. I don't know. When are we getting potion bags, hair dye bags, bags for store-bought items and potions, jewels, etc.? I have 27 characters and they're all completely loaded down, and that's after the junk has been tossed. It's something I just recently had a conversation with Tolero about. You know, historically the reason we have not had things like, say, scroll cases, potion bags, is we do not have... There's a technical hurdle of being able to use something from that bag. That hurdle being you can't. So if we were to make them, it would be a withdraw only bag, which sort of goes against what we've done for all of our other bags in the game, where you can typically pull directly from them. That said, I think there probably would be interest in the community to have a storage bag for potions and scrolls that you would still have to, say, open up and then pull the items from if you actually wanted to use it, simply for inventory management and being able to preserve those things without having to take up an inventory slot. So, perhaps. It would just be problematic if the expectation, given, you know, the way some of our other bag behavior works, that, hey, if I have a potion, say, in my hotbar and I click on it, why is it not being used? Well, the reason it wouldn't be being used is because it's in your bag, and so it would probably give you some kind of, I don't know, messaging of some kind saying, what happened? You don't have this thing, or something like that. And that would be problematic, you know, for various reasons. But provided that sort of there was a wide enough understanding that that was the expectation of these bags, then I think it's something we could overcome. That's a very good question. I would need to have someone more technically minded than myself answer the question about why not essentially use some of the same code from the quivers. I'm not sure why, but I know that all I really know is that there is some kind of reason why not. I don't know what that is, though. Right, we would basically need to qualify when, you know, in clear letters that you cannot use any potions until you remove them from the bag. Something like that. Woot. But I know, for example, there are scrolls or potions that maybe I would use if it didn't take up all my inventory space, you know? Oh, am I missing something? Oh, there we go. Like some of the situational ones. I'm thinking, let's say, summon monster scrolls or something, where it's like, I really don't want to have those hanging around my inventory, but I might use it. Yep, I like pouches, bandoliers, scroll cases, that kind of thing. You know, it's a frequent request that we get. Um, so who knows? Ooh. It's going to be a little while on the money, probably a couple hours yet, at the very earliest, and perhaps later than that. Kind of like I said, it depends what what happens when we really start checking it to open. Soon. Right, they would probably need to have a lot. Um, lot of storage, you know. I would imagine. Now, see, spell components would be problematic because people are more likely to want to use them. For example, if you had your spell components in a spell component pouch of some kind, and then you went to cast a spell, it would be like, hey, you don't have any components. So that would be problematic. I don't think people would like that too much. Yes, Cranky, DDO should revolve around you. Although, I don't know. The 3, I think it needs to revolve around. Sneaking. Sneaking. Oops. Somewhere I've got a clicky of greater good hope. Here we go. Well, all right then. The worst rogue ever. Nah, I think if this guy actually just needs a disable item. I don't think I actually have much. Somewhere I thought I did. Maybe not. Maybe that's my problem. Ooh. Yeah, doing traps while wearing haggle gear is pretty hardcore. I know that's not too good of me. So I don't actually know who. This guy's got something. I just don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't really. Honestly, I really don't play this guy that much. If we were to make a special inventory tab just for, say, spell components or something, we'd probably be better off just making another inventory tab, just flat out, and then you could use it for whatever you wanted to. There are some limitations as to how much space we can offer due to like character data flow and things. But we offer as much as we can because we know you like it. It tends to sell pretty well. And it's useful. Have I ever played a ranger? Yes, but it's been a long time since I played a ranger of any real significance. I had one on Sarlona. That was a just basic two-weapon fighter, Batman build type. But that was years ago, probably 2009, 2010 was probably the last time I played a ranger in particular. So I'm looking forward to digging one out and playing one again. Should be cool. I've done plenty of ranger splashes. Like for example, my artificer on Sarlona is like 6 rangers so that I can do many shot. So I switch off between bows and crossbows. Repeaters. So I guess that's probably the closest I've got to a ranger nowadays is the 6th level ranger splash. But playing a full ranged ranger would be cool. Maybe I should let someone else do that. Hey, Nightmare Knight. Yep. Yeah, the ranger or the arty ranger on Sarlona, I basically have got well, generally I'll go like many shot, then switch over to the crossbow or the repeater, and then do endless fusillade, and wait for many shot to go off cooldown. Then I'll switch back to bow and go back and forth. Um, it's kind of nice. So for the most part, I'm an artificer just because of the cooldown on many shot, but every time I can, I'll switch over to my bow and take care of it that way. It does mean I need to have a lot of arrows and bolts, but other than that. If there was anything that got rid of the double shot penalty after many shot, I think many shot is strong enough as it is. I'd say it's unlikely that we're going to be doing things to make many shot stronger in the near future. Oh, right. That's a bummer. Right. Interesting. Alright, cool. So I think that's going to probably do it with the questing here today. Later on this afternoon, I'll get you guys a turbine point code in the in-game mail system as a way to say thanks for joining me and putting up with my trap blowing up.
It happens.
Make sure I got it. Enoxumandro says we will have an update 28 preview on Friday. We could even be today. We'll know more probably mid-afternoon. So stay tuned on the forums. As soon as Lamani is open to the public, we will let people know. Could be as late as Friday. Could be as soon as this afternoon. And like I say, we'll let you guys know as soon as we do. So. Mesrmas, do you know why we do not get spell power with epic levels as we get melee and ranged? Someone asked me that just the other day, and I was going to ask a dev about that, but did not get around to it. So I will have to do that, and I'll get you an answer hopefully by next week. Are there any plans to make a store-bought hireling that can level/reincarnate with you? Periodically over the years, we have discussed the idea of sort of an auto-scaling, auto-leveling hireling. Essentially, the behind-the-scenes, what that would be is the equivalent of making a hireling for every level, so it would be a lot of work. But that's not to say it would never happen. We've had some discussions about that even fairly recently. So nothing to announce, but it's certainly something we've discussed in the past. All right, cool. That's going to do it with the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to give us a follow on twitch.tv/DDO stream so you can be notified for when we go live with shows just like this one. That is also where you can find the complete schedule. Our new roster includes a new show every other Saturday night with the Bitsy and Matson show. They debuted over the weekend, and you can actually find the archive of that show on twitch.tv/DDO stream and youtube.com/Dungeons and Dragons. Thanks for playing DDO, thanks for being here, and we'll see you again soon.